This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Want to feel more creative but don't have the right laptop? Lenovo.com can help. Look through our legendary lineup of AI-powered PCs and devices and find the one that fits your passion. Our PCs powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, as well as cutting-edge AI tools, allow students to focus, learn, and create with ease. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. Plus, college students and teachers can get 5% off their order. Shop now on Lenovo.com. The future's waiting, and it needs you.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, big day for sports fans in the Twin Cities because the Frost are in the finals and the Western Conference Finals for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Marney Gellner is here. The Lynx are undefeated. The Twins are winning like crazy. It's Wintersville, USA, the Twin Cities.
Talk about it. No better sports market in the country, am I right? That's what we always say.
That's right.
I know we're supposed to do the news, but we got a couple of things we got to clean up quickly.
Okay, what is it?
Does the Program Password tournament start today?
Yeah.
I think it starts tomorrow. Is there a match today?
Isn't it you and Barb? Aren't you and Barb the first
tomorrow.
match? Oh, yeah.
That's tomorrow? Okay, so tomorrow, you and Barb take on who?
Muss and Paulus.
Okay, so the tournament doesn't start until when?
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Easy.
Maxo and I against Bossberg and Larry Mondello guy.
And then I get the tasteless box of mashed potatoes. Me and Gerdsey versus...
They should just have you and Gerdsey play Barb and Marney, and it'd save a lot of people a bunch of time.
Hey, come on.
Well, you two aren't going to lose, and Corey and Gardsey are like Pippen and... Who did Pippen play with?
Michael Jordan. Marnes, if. Let's not look ahead, just like the Wolves, right? Let's not look ahead.
Okay.
If Gerdsey and I square off against you and Burb in the finals.
You just said let's not look ahead.
But if
we're in the finals against you, yeah. Go on.
Should we wager?
Well, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. We got to put something on it outside of just a meaningless trophy.
I just don't assume we'll be in the finals, though I am confident and I love our team. I don't like to think that.
You're just one game at a time?
Yeah. I've been knocked out early before, so...
Well, it's a one-game season. I wonder
I'm
if
not overly confident.
Power Trip Bets has a line for you and Barb versus basically 2 bags of sand.
What is said line?
I mean, is it 30? 30 and a half?
What, the spread between... it should probably be closer to 40, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But think of the entertainment value within that. You know, that's why you play the game. It's about the process.
It's about the humiliation, sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, best of luck, Marney, in the tournament whenever you start. And see you in the finals.
We start tomorrow. Okay, Corey?
When's your second round match?
After that.
The other thing is, I'm putting together the initials tournament, and the competitors that I've contacted don't necessarily know when they're playing, and I've asked them to keep their names quiet because we got some new people this year. I've tried to get the turnover to be somewhat significant, but Tommy Ryman You got shut out, right?
Oh.
And shutouts face a 1-year ban. So when you get shut out, you are not allowed to be back for one full calendar year.
Right.
Way to go, Tommy.
Hasn't it? I feel like it's been a year. It felt 2 years. I mean, my family still doesn't talk to me. Like, it's been brutal.
Yeah. That does happen.
Yeah.
And just for the record, then we can move on to the news. In the moment, I would not have given Sauce nutritional facts on Friday.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because the answer is nutrition facts. It's like the actual term on the side of the box is nutrition facts. But Chris is 100% right. Zach was the host, Zach is the judge, and Zach gave it to him. So there's no asterisk on the 9. It's 9 points.
Oh.
I don't think I would have given it to him, but in hindsight, again, Zach made the right call. He gave it to him, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's the judge. He's the host.
The part that I
cried tonight
feel strongest about is that Sauce solved the puzzle. He put it together. I know it is a stipulation to pronounce things correctly, but nutritional facts is also a way of saying it. It's not the most common way, but if I want to find, if I Google nutritional facts, that does exist.
Yes, so this is the problem, though, and Ted B deals with this on Password. I deal with this all the time in Initials. I have 1 second to make that call, right? Because I got to hit the bell or the buzzer, otherwise I'm giving it away anyway.
That's true.
So I'm just saying, in that little moment, my gut would have been like, well, that's not the right term. And then we could have Googled it and looked it up and been like, well, now this is this weird gray area of garbage. All I've always, Sauce is the one who puts me in that corner the most often.
I know he does.
So it's hard because then it looks like I'm coming down hard on him when it's like, I want him to say nutrition facts so I can just give him the point and move on.
Sure.
And then get 9. But he got 9. He absolutely trucked all of you. He deserves to get the 9.
He was so
There's
good.
no asterisk there because the rest of them were unbelievable. So well done. That was 9. That was a well-deserved 9.
It was. A lot of them went to 6 clues.
Some of them.
It was a tough list, I thought.
But
the Ned Flanders one you were waiting for.
Yeah,
though.
well, yeah. Of course.
It was good. Anyway.
Well, I appreciate that, Corliss. But
no asterisk.
Yeah, but I look at it this way, and I'm not comparing myself to, like, LeBron, but, like, when Zach... I'm not.
But go on.
No, but, like, when there's Zach's afraid of my reaction if he doesn't give it to me, so you could tell when I said it, he looked at me like, oh, God, if I am going to get punched. But, there's a little intimidation from me, yeah.
And let's not forget, here's the other pothole that Zach has to deal with. He doesn't get to pre-read those until the game is starting, right? Like, I made the clues.
He tried, yeah.
But I'm saying he doesn't get to go through and go, well, if they say this, this, and this.
Run a scenario in my head.
I did that list 2 or 3 months ago. So I, in some sense, I guess I'm kind of pre-reading it because it had been a while since I had seen that content. But he has to react truly in the moment because he has had no time to think about alternate answers. So I thought he did an awesome job.
Yeah, he did.
He gave it to you, which is exactly what he should have
Yeah.
done. That's fine.
2 things I would like to add. One, I think there is a difference between that clue, nutrition facts or nutritional facts, and the blood drawn, only because one of your clues
I forgot about that.
in the blood draw. No, you didn't. In the blood drawn was something about this is a procedure. And so if you take that part of it, a blood drawn is not a procedure. If you want to argue.
Right. Sure, but like when I say it's sometimes found on the back or the side, that means the back or the side of a box, and on the side of the box it says nutrition facts.
But if I Google it, I'm sure I can find a label that says nutritional facts.
Look, the best part about it is
I'd be shocked if I couldn't, Corey.
You are just as right as I am, and that's what's fun is because then we get to argue about it.
Second, what I want to point out is how
hello.
If people are going to go, well, you would have given it to Marney. You didn't.
100%.
Reminder, I said check mix and immediately corrected myself to Chex Mix.
It's not
before there was a ding, and I didn't get the point.
Well, no, check mix is wrong.
I just like that I never.
If you'd said nutritional facts, he would have given it. You 100% would have.
Don't know.
Yes, he would have.
I didn't cause any problems.
Way to play it safe, Tommy.
I don't remember. Did you ring in at all?
I did ring in once early, and then that's what made me nervous because I got the wrong one early.
That happens.
And then I just panicked, didn't answer. I was stuck in the small room too. I don't know.
That room. It is like it's like playing a golf course you've never played before. Yeah. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do over in this studio? Well, you got to get used to your environment, Tommy.
I know.
Step up to the plate. All right, Sauce. Briefly, quickly, let's go through some news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints. Hello.
Hi.
Let's see here. A lot of this is depressing. It's going to rain all day.
Oh, we need it.
Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's going to rain all day. St. Louis County issues local emergency.
Why?
Let me click on it.
Speaking of pre-reading and reacting on the fly.
Wildfires that are ravaging part of Superior National Forest. The declarations are a procedural step.
Should we just skip the news today?
Well, I don't know. Sorry. I sit over there on purpose. I can't multitask like Maxo and Hogs Daddy and Zecco and all those O's.
So everybody else.
Here we go.
Everybody else.
Vast mansion set in 15 acres near Afton Alps hits the market. The 9,000 square foot home can be found in Denmark Township between Hastings and Afton. Thank you, Bring Me the News. There's a cool picture of it.
A big mansion.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's for sale.
Let's see here. There were 129 temperature records broken in Minnesota last week. A historic early season heat wave in Minnesota. Thanks again, Bring Me the News.
I wonder if we are breaking records this week for the lowest high temperature for these dates, especially today. We might not even hit 50.
Yeah, it's cold.
Sucks.
Do you have that information?
How about this? Matt's Bonus will love this. Okay, this is for you, Boney.
All right.
Matt's Bar is bringing its Juicy Lucy's on the road with a new food truck.
Oh, I'm aware.
And for more on this, bonus.
They've got a food truck. Matt's Bar has a food truck. The Juicy Lucy's are going to be available in a food truck.
They opened on Saturday.
Places. Yes.
That's sweet.
Tommy, you travel all over the country doing stand-up comedy, right?
Yeah.
What other hidden gems, like the Juicy Lucy here in the upper Midwest, what other hidden gems around the country have you discovered over the years?
I don't know. Ohio has that. They put spaghetti on.
Skyline chili, baby.
Yeah, Skyline chili on their spaghetti, which was not good. So I left.
That sounds awful.
Not good. I love it.
No, I don't know. I always if I'm on the coast, I like to get seafood, barbecues. I always look for Austin has great barbecue.
Kansas City, right?
Yeah,
known for barbecue. What did you eat in Portland? What do they got? Is it like Portlandia? Is it just weird, eco-friendly, organically farmed stuff?
I mean, there is that, but I went to a really good Thai restaurant there. They have good, it's like a big city. And then when I went to the Goonies Rock, I got seafood by the ocean, which I don't even know if it was caught on that ocean, but they had seafood too. That's what I never know. But it was really
It'd be
good.
pretty weird to bring it from the Atlantic,
right? Yeah.
That seems like a waste of money.
But it was just nice to eat next to an ocean. And then I got pizza.
I thought the only thing they serve is tongue.
Right? Yeah,
that was a movie reference.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
No, you got it. That's good.
Yeah, it was topical. Man.
Terry Black's barbecue in Austin?
Yeah. That's good.
That sounds amazing.
Good. And then I had, the Salt Lake out there is also good. Man, sometimes I go to sub shops. They got Jersey Mike's at different places.
So good.
I go to McDonald's in different cities. Yeah. And I'm like, this is like the McDonald's from my city.
A little piece of home. It's like when you go to Europe, though, the McDonald's truly does taste different because the grease is different. It's a different vibe. No thanks. Give me that American grease.
Hell yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yes.
Worst McDonald's I've ever had was at the Amsterdam airport.
Actually, that is
F-.
That is the best McDonald's I ever had.
Are you out of your mind?
I had been without McDonald's for 3 weeks, and all we wanted was some American food, and we went to that one and got our McDonald's, and we thought we were in Nirvana.
I almost threw up. It was disgusting.
I got stuck in a Burger King in Amsterdam. in college because we just got too high and then went to the second level of a Burger King to like wait it out. I was like, this is wild.
Brilliant.
All right, Tommy. Zany's tomorrow night in Chicago.
Yes.
And then May 30th and 31st.
Right here in St.
Paul,
Minnesota.
People can get information and tickets at TommyRyman.com.
Yes.
TommyRyman.com. Dude, you're the best, man. Good to see you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you for having me.
And you have a special at some point coming out this year, right? 2025 at some point.
Yes, we're working on that. Cy Amundsen directed it. It's fantastic. It's being edited right now, and I'll have a release date soon, so I'll come back on.
Yeah, come back on and promote it.
Yes.
And then next year you can get back in the initials tournament.
Finally. My family will talk to me.
It happens. Dude, you're the best, man. Love Tommy Ryman. Thanks, Tommy. All right, we'll talk Wolves with Marney Gellner after this. This is the bonus. You sticking around or what? Hell yeah, why not? More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/iHeart. Greenlight.com/iHeart.
Unlock smarter learning with Lenovo AI-powered PCs powered by Intel Core Ultra processors. Head to Lenovo.com and choose from multiple devices to fit your passions. If you're a gamer, you can spend less time stressing about GPUs and CPUs and more time dominating with your AI-enabled Smart Engine, which optimizes your game performance in real time. Or maybe you're a scientist on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery and need a device with a longer battery life and AI-enhanced tools to give you extra time to finish your research. Or you're a musician preparing for your biggest break and need better, faster AI tools to make digital art a breeze, like creating band posters and t-shirt designs. Or you're a soon-to-be graduate needing to catch a recruiter's eye to land that dream job, so you need cutting-edge smart tools to build your portfolio from scratch. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. Plus, college students and teachers get 5% off with an education account on Lenovo.com. A better future is waiting, and it needs you.
So you want to start a business? You might think you need a team of people and fancy tech skills, but listen to me when I say you don't. You just need GoDaddy Aero. I'm Walton Goggins, an actor, and I like the sound of starting my own business, Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses. But I couldn't do this on my own. GoDaddy Aero uses AI to create everything you need to grow a business. It'll make you a unique logo. It'll create a custom website. It'll write social posts for you and even set you up with a social media calendar. How cool is that? Well, listen to this. For a limited time, you can get Aero All Access for just $1 a week for 12 weeks. We're talking all the AI power of GoDaddy Aero plus a domain, e-commerce store, payments, professional email, a unified inbox, all for less money than I spend on deep tanning lotion while sunbathing off the Amalfi Coast. You know what that sounds like? A plan. Get started at GoDaddy.com. Terms apply.
On the Fan. All right, let's go.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Hey, Marns, isn't it weird?
Hey.
We've talked about this in the last couple of weeks as the Wolves looked like they were going to get past the Lakers, and once Steph Curry went down, we thought there was a very, very, very good chance the Wolves were going to go on to win that series, and they did. They won the last 4. How weird is it in one calendar year to go from last year feeling like, is this real? We're in the Western Conference Finals. Is this even happening? And now it's like, yeah, this is the minimum. It does feel like we deserve to be here, as opposed to last year we thought it was some kind of dream run. So what I keep thinking about is, how used to this are we going to get? Because what's Ant, 23?
Yes, he's 23.
If he plays for the Wolves for the next decade, I think Western Conference Finals is a thing we're going to see a handful more times in the next 10 years. But you can't take him for granted because you never know if the window closes. You never know if things change, if injuries happen, significant injuries happen, if trade requests come in. So you can't just go, well, he's 23. This is already his second Western Conference Finals. We're going to get to a bunch of them. So if it doesn't work out this year, who cares? Part of that is true, but the rest of it is you got to close when you have an opportunity. And if they get past the Oklahoma City Thunder, they are the favorites to win the NBA title, and we can't look past that.
This is fun. I would use, let's take Steph Curry as an example of someone who is a generational talent, landed with the Golden State Warriors, won multiple championships, and they recognize that. They are a perennial contender because they know they have one of the all-time greats. If we sort of treat Anthony Edwards that same way, we'll do what Golden State did, which is continually build the team around that player. So they won 3. Did they win 3 or 4 in the teens, the 20 teens?
Yeah,
and then
3 or 4.
Then they dipped a little bit, and then they went out and got Jimmy Butler this trade deadline and made a run again because 4. Mm-hmm. So because they knew their window was closing with this generational greatest player. If that could sort of be our mold for using Anthony Edwards, that would be awesome. Because you go into every season thinking, we're a championship contender because we have that guy. And we have smart management who keeps building around him and drafting around him. And that's how you sustain winning.
And to your generational talent kind of take, this market is different because if Ant gets us one title, he's legendary, right?
Right.
Kind of like Giannis in Milwaukee, right? There are other teams like if LeBron only wins the one title in LA, and that was the bubble, but still every team had to play in the bubble. But he won one championship with the Lakers. For the Lakers, it's like, what else have you done, right?
Right, because they have so much history.
So if Ant gets us one title, he can have a statue. He can own any city he wants in Minneapolis. He's a legend for the rest of his life. And we'll worry about how many he can get after he gets that first one, but you got to get that first one. Like you said, if Steph Curry only got 2 or 3, you'd be like, man, I don't know. Generational talent, that's all he got, but he got 4.
Only got 2 or 3. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's how good Steph is or was, and that's how good Ant is and will be, right? I think the sky's the limit. I think he could get us 2 or 3 or 4 titles if we surround him with the right team. And this team looks like it's enough to get there, but you got to get past an unbelievably dynamic, high-scoring Oklahoma City Thunder squad.
Well, you have to keep recreating enough talent around him to get the right recipe to go this far. Like 3 months ago, we didn't think we had the talent to get to the Western Conference Finals, right? Or the finals. We were taking a look at this team going, these players don't fit.
Yeah, it hadn't clicked yet.
Yeah, we hadn't clicked. Maybe next year it'll come together, And then you take a look at the teams that have recently won who have just superstars, Milwaukee, Boston, Denver, won a championship with them, but then you're like, yeah, but stuff happens. The team deteriorates. The Nuggets are not the same team that won it 2 years ago. Milwaukee is not the same. They can't get the mix right around that superstar to win it. You got to win it when you got your chance.
That Giannis in Milwaukee is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Because they also tried. They got Damian Lillard. They tried to surround Giannis. They tried to do it the right way. And it didn't work, to Bonus's point. And just like the Steph Curry, it's not a guarantee. Injuries and just stuff and things not clicking, it's never a guarantee that it works around that generational player, but you have to try. And at least Milwaukee's been in the mix and a legitimate team, and they're going to win a playoff series or 2. And even that is a different reality for us, for Timberwolves fans. Even to have that as your expectation, we're at least going to the playoffs and we're going to win a series. We don't know if we can get to the title this year, but even that is a great place to live for like a handful of years.
Yeah, right place at the right time, too. Maybe in the last 24 hours, you've seen that social media post that went kind of semi-viral in the sports world of like the Knicks roster from the last 2 years. it's basically everybody that's in the Western or Eastern Conference Finals, right? Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo,
Right.
Isaiah Hartenstein, who's on the Oklahoma City Thunder, Obi Toppin is on the Pacers. Like, the Knicks had a loaded roster, and they're all playing significant roles, but it just didn't work in New York. That looks like an all-star lineup. And you look at that starting five, you're like, they didn't get further than they did? But again, you got to have the right mix. It's got to be the right place, right time. Let's hope it's the right place, right time for the Wolves, because like we mentioned earlier, these are the best two teams in the NBA the last 2.5 months. These two teams. So if you think these are the best two teams, then the winner of this series is in really good shape to take out the Knicks or the Pacers. Yep. Forget the matchups. Forget how deep Indiana or New York is. It's all about getting past Oklahoma City first. Give me the pros and cons. What do you like about the Wolves' chances? What do you not like about the Wolves' chances tonight?
Well, I like that we split the series with OKC. They were weird games, though. The one right before the All-Star break, we just absolutely throttled them. It was kind of shocking. And then the one where we came from 25 down in the second half was also equally shocking. But it has to give the Wolves confidence to be able to say, shoot, we split the season series with this, and we won in OKC. That 25-point comeback was on the road. I just don't think there's any kind of an intimidation factor, whether there was or wasn't in the previous series. LA has the glitz of the city and the celebrities, and Golden State has the big-name generational players. This is just straight up OKC. This is just basketball. OKC's a great defensive team, and I think if the Wolves take care of the basketball, they will significantly increase the likelihood that they win these games. If they start getting loose, making bad passes, dribbling too much, it just goes so fast. It's so demoralizing. Boom, OKC's on the other end and just scored, and that arena is blowing up. So that's got to be key number one.
All right, this is super cliche and dumb, and sports talk shows do this all the time, but we're going to do it because I already started my sentence and there's no turning back. Let's see if you and I are on the same wavelength, Marnie. Let's see if we can read each other's minds.
Okay.
If the Wolves win this series, who out of the Wolves do you think has to play abnormally well for them to get this victory?
Ooh.
Give me the one name where you're like, that person really played above the rim.
Good question.
To win.
It feels like maybe, let's see. I'm going to just start at the top. Not Ant, because he needs to play his regular well, which is awesome. Julius Randle needs to play his regular playoff well, which has been awesome. No, I'm going to go Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that always that?
That's exactly what I wrote as well.
That's always
it comes down to Jaden McDaniels.
But isn't that the answer
on
every
the same
series?
wave like Marney.
We nailed it, Barnes. Great minds think alike.
It's Jaden. Yeah,
it is because
he can be a huge difference maker.
What Lakers game was it when they went to the podium after the game and it was basically, hey, and what went right? He goes, Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah,
Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah,
Jaden McDaniels. That's. We need him. Obviously, he's our best defender, right? He's fantastic at defense. No offense to Rudy Gobert, but because Jaden has to almost always shut down the star of the other team, right? Correct. The most dynamic offensive threat is almost always guarded by either Ant or Jaden McDaniels. So
and that is maybe especially true for Oklahoma City, which has one MVP level star, and then they rely on their offensive flow.
So Jaden has to be unbelievably good at defense, and I expect that almost no matter what. But we got to have more dynamic offensive games out of Jaden McDaniels. Again, if he's truly the Pippen to Ant's Jordan, Pippen could put in 30 once in a while. And I know we need some 25-point games out of Jaden McDaniels against Oklahoma City. We need him to be a consistent offensive threat, not just a defensive stopper. I think if we win this series, we're going to look back and say, God, Jaden played freaking awesome for that entire series.
Correct.
And he needs to stay out of foul trouble.
Which that's all SGA is going to look for, who's ever on him.
Exactly correct. And Jaden was much better this season at not fouling, just overall across the board. He just played a cleaner brand of defense. He didn't lose his composure nearly as much. But to Sauce's point, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the regular season averaged 8.7 free throws. Oh, those are postseason stats. In the regular season, SGA averaged 8.8 free throw attempts per game. Per game. And so that's how he gets a rhythm, and that's how he gets a flow, and that's how he gets the other team frustrated. And there's just so much that goes into that. So Jaden McDaniels, yes, key player. And to stay out of foul trouble, a secondary key statistic. Bullet point.
Love it.
We can win this series.
Let's go.
Can.
Wolves in 7.
Oklahoma City feels like a team that they can manage.
Final game in OKC.
Feels like you can manage Oklahoma City. Keep them out of their offensive flow. Take care of the ball so they can't get...
Well said.
Yeah, honestly, their offense reminds me of the Wolves' offense in previous playoffs, where you can instantly score 20, but also you can the other team can go on a run for 20 when you can't get your offense into that flow. You know, when Cat was part of that situation. So
tonight, over/under Wolves win by 1 million.
I'm confident, but
over.
I take the over.
I think they win by 1,000,001.
Yep. Vikings news, if there is any, is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Unlock smarter learning with Lenovo AI-powered PCs powered by Intel Core Ultra processors. Head to Lenovo.com and choose from multiple devices to fit your passions. If you're a gamer, you can spend less time stressing about GPUs and CPUs and more time dominating with your AI-enabled smart engine, which optimizes your game performance in real time. Or maybe you're a scientist on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery and need a device with a longer battery life and AI-enhanced tools to give you extra time to finish your research. Or you're a musician preparing for your biggest break and need better, faster AI tools to make digital art a breeze, like creating band posters and t-shirt designs. Or you're a soon-to-be graduate needing to catch a recruiter's eye to land that dream job, so you need cutting-edge smart tools to build your portfolio from scratch. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. Plus, college students and teachers get 5% off with an education account on Lenovo.com. A better future is waiting, and it needs you.
So you want to start a business? You might think you need a team of people and fancy tech skills, but listen to me when I say you don't. You just need GoDaddy Aero. I'm Walton Goggins, an actor, and I like the sound of starting my own business, Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses. But I couldn't do this on my own. GoDaddy Aero uses AI to create everything you need to grow a business. It'll make you a unique logo. It'll create a custom website. It'll write social posts for you and even set you up with a social media calendar. How cool is that? Well, listen to this. For a limited time, you can get Aero All Access for just $1 a week for 12 weeks. We're talking all the AI power of GoDaddy Aero plus a domain, e-commerce store, payments, professional email, a unified inbox, all for less money than I spend on deep tanning lotion while sunbathing off the Amalfi Coast. You know what that sounds like? A plan. Get started at GoDaddy.com. Terms apply.
Every day, you moisturize your face, hands, and skin. But what about your dry eyes? It's time they got some attention with Refresh Optive Mega 3, a lubricating eye drop that instantly moisturizes and soothes dry eyes. This moisture-rich, preservative-free formula is enhanced with inactive ingredients like flaxseed oil and antioxidants. Its advanced formula supports all 3 tier film layers, and its moisture-locking technology helps prevent further irritation. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed, so you can make moisturizing your dry eyes part of your wellness routine. Get lasting relief with Refresh Optive Mega 3. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop section at all major retailers. FSA and HSA eligible.
Fan.
Yes.
All right, welcome back to the Power True Morning Show. Chris will be back tomorrow. Zach's at Disney the rest of the week, so he's gone until Monday.
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Memorial Day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus day off. I completely forgot about that.
Hey, Marnes, you know, it'd be great Memorial Day weekend.
What's
some
that?
surf
What's that?
sides.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, you know I love me a Surfside. Lemonades with vodka, iced tea with vodka. Thank you to Surfside for sponsoring my appearance here on Tuesday. John Boonis, have you checked out the Surfside balcony at Target Field on that second level?
Shockingly, I have in fact checked out that balcony there. Yes.
You crack yourself a Surfside on a sunny day?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah,
they taste.
That a guy.
They are dangerously good tasting.
It's a very summery drink. Now today doesn't exactly feel like it, but man, when you baseball in the background, just a little sipping. Oh,
last night was not a very summery feeling, but it was a good place to be on the Surfside. A good time to be on the Surfside deck because it overlooked the Bark in the Park. That was where the section of the dogs was down section 126, 127. So,
well, today's a good day to put on a virtual reality headset and just pretend you're drinking somewhere tropical.
Well said.
Alcoholics
Florida
do that.
Keys, for example.
Florida Keys, sure.
Right.
That would be a great spot for a Surfside.
It definitely
They
looks
actually
like
have a
Or
surf.
for a brass monkey.
Yeah.
Man. It felt
Named
like a
Rico?
cry for help.
The monkey partied, man. I think the monkey ended up at Wendy's at some point on his trip.
Where did they get that thing?
No idea. I can't wait to ask.
Probably some garage sale.
Yeah, he bought it. You know, we paid a ton for it.
He stole it from a bar.
No, he paid for it. I guarantee you, they were like $100, and he's like, deal.
He stole it off the shelf of a bar.
Probably.
Behind the bar.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radco.
Your truck accessories pro.
All right, not a lot of Vikings news, if any. Right? They're trying to have those meetings or whatever at TCO. They're trying to figure out some new rules. The tush push is still being debated. I don't know. The NFL's trying to figure some stuff out. There's your Vikings news.
Yeah.
I'll add to Vikings news.
Go for it.
Real quick. Timberwolves game 5, when we close out against Golden State, I walked right past Jonathan Grenard of the Minnesota Vikings. And I said, Nard Dog. And he goes, hey, Marney, how's it going?
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he was with his wife. I was with my husband. Spouses met, introduced.
Merlin?
No. Matt.
Oh,
whatever his name is.
I knew that.
And the Nard Dog was like, when can I come back in? I heard Brian O'Neill playing initials. I go, yeah, the door's open. And he was plotting his next appearance.
Well, what about this Friday? He could play this Friday.
I don't know if he's open. He's like, I'm around. So we talked initials, and then it was so weird to hear a professional athlete, and a very good one at that, say, man, these NBA guys are huge, aren't they? I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, as are you, and you are around these athletes every day. And he's like, they're so fast, they're so athletic.
That's a huge bitch.
So there is a professional athlete being amazed by other professional athletes.
Well, I'll still say that about Brian O'Neill. I thought that was super interesting that he said that after the show, we're standing out in the hallway, and Chris stood next to him, and Chris is like, God, you're so much bigger than me. And Brian said he doesn't realize how giant of a man he is until he sees somebody else that's huge in public, and he'll be like, my God, that dude's big. And then he realizes, wait, that's the guy. I'm that size.
Right.
Like he has to. It's almost like like when a dog sees another dog through a fence, and they both lose their minds. It's Brian O'Neill just needs to be reminded outside of a mirror that he's a large individual.
Yeah.
That guy's a beast. Nice guy, too.
Yeah, great dude.
No one's nicer than Grenard. We got to get him in. If the Vikings are listening, see if Grenard can play on Friday.
And
They're
Brian
always
O'Neill
listening.
is locked into these playoffs because his high school teammate, Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, how crazy is that to have two legit professional athletes come from the same high school in Delaware?
I can top that, of course. You probably heard this and you know this, but the fact that SGA and Nikhil Alexander-Walker are cousins and basically brothers, right? They're super close, and now you're squaring off in the Final Four against each other.
It doesn't top it.
Oh, it tops it.
They're genetically linked.
That's
so
even
they
more insane than having a friend that you went to high school
with. But they got a starting point of great athletic genetics from the same
That's a good point.
family tree. We're
whatever.
talking about a redheaded basketball player
What do you got
and
against redheads?
giant football player. have no connection to each other than location.
So do you believe that redheads are genetically inferior to the rest of us?
No, but they're very good looking. Was that the right answer?
Was that a shot at Angie or Dante DiVincenzo?
Yeah, Angie.
It's
Angie,
not
a shot. She's like the prettiest girl I've ever seen. So
I don't disagree.
I'll raise my hand. Would I? Yeah.
Merlin is going to be pissed. Or maybe very thrilled. I don't know what Merlin's into.
Yeah, who knows?
No, that'd be sweet. Grenard's a good dude, man.
Yeah, great dude.
Yeah, so he spoke very highly of all of you and would like to make a visit in sometime in this offseason.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Yep, right on. All right, that's basically Vikings news.
Cool.
What else is going on? Your Lynx are 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They host Dallas tomorrow.
That's right.
And that's Paige Becker's squad.
Is that who they opened with?
It's also correct.
Yeah.
So the Lynx played on Friday night in Dallas, technically Arlington at UT Arlington, because that's where the Dallas Wings, University of Texas. So,
they don't play where the Mavericks play?
No.
Why?
What?
Because that's not their home stadium. It's not their home arena.
Why?
They have moved a couple of games, like they're playing Indiana upcoming here, and that game is at American Airlines Center.
Why?
Because the Dallas Wings have been one of the down franchises in the WNBA. Ownership does not put a lot of money into them. They don't draw. They play in a 7,000-seat arena.
Are they also owned by the same owners as the Mavericks, or they have different ownership? Okay, that's probably.
Is that why pre-draft there were some rumors that Paige Beckers did not want to go there? Is because it's not maybe the best spot for her or anybody? It sounds like maybe.
Yeah, that's correct. The difference in the WNBA between the haves and the have-nots is significant, and it is changing. Like Dallas is in the process. They've already started. They are building a new facility and a workout facility, and that needs to be the new norm, but it's not for everyone. The Lynx have it. They have Mayo Clinic Square and Target Center, and always have. And Glenn Taylor has been a wonderful owner to that franchise. Seattle has a newer facility, Las Vegas, Phoenix, but the have-nots like Dallas, Atlanta, Connecticut, who is now for sale.
Wow.
Our gal Nafisa Collier is second for MVP odds behind only Caitlin Clark.
Oh, Caitlin Clark is the favorite, not Asia Wilson?
No.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Clark number one,
well,
Collier
she finished
number
second
2.
last year in voting, so that would, that could be a place. She's played incredible in these first 2 games. She's been really, really good. And so have the Lynx. I mean, it's going to be the Lynx, the New York Liberty, and Indiana Fever, in my opinion, that have any shot at the WNBA title, and all should be legitimate and equal favorites. But we are for sure in that mix.
How about this for an unbelievable run of 4? The Frost win the Walter Cup. The Lynx go on to win the WNBA title.
Yes.
The Wolves win the NBA title.
Yes.
And somebody from Minnesota wins a WSOP main event. Could you imagine if those 4 things in the same year happen?
Slam. Yeah, right.
Oh, what's up?
Be the greatest year in the history of Minnesota sports.
Hey, are we going to do that bet again?
We already did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, you and I already locked it in. You're betting against the entire state of Minnesota.
No,
Yeah, you said that nobody from Minnesota will win a bracelet this summer.
Was I right last year?
You were.
Alex Trebek?
Yes.
Thank you.
Aaron Johnson finished second in one, and that was the sweat. He almost freaking had it. He won like $900,000, but I played with him a couple months ago. I go, you cost me $100, you son of a bitch. You lost.
And he said, I don't care.
He didn't care. He won almost $1 million. Right. He didn't care.
And he said, and you are?
You're right. But no, the bet is on again.
When does that start?
Like 2 weeks.
Sweet. When do you leave?
Don't worry about it.
I'm asking politely.
You ain't got to know.
Politely, but
you ain't got to know. Oh, no, I'm only playing in 2 events. So.
I like to know your whereabouts.
Yeah, you don't need to know.
Okay, sorry. Are you in the... What's the bit where you go undercover and witness protection? Are you in that? This would be a weird job to be in witness protection.
I thought you were going to say undercover boss.
No. You dress like an undercover boss.
What does that mean?
You dress like the rest of us. You don't wear like a suit. You should show up one day in a full suit. Well, just once a year, randomly show up, full suit, slick back hair, the whole bit.
Well,
Riley.
they always say dress for the job you want, right? I clearly want to deal drugs to teenagers.
Yep. I clearly want to sit on my couch and play video games.
How great was it last week when Rosie thought he was ripping me, going like, all you do is wear the same clothes and you eat the same bland food and you play poker.
Man.
And I'm like, go on. This sounds lovely. Are you trying to take a shot at me? You basically live in assisted living already. I'm like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
How many times have I said that prison sounds sweet, right? A room to myself, Netflix.
All the sex you want?
I can win cigarettes off the other inmates playing poker every day.
You'd walk into the shower and they'd say, all you can eat, brother. And you'd go, yes.
Like I said, the only thing that prison has, or doesn't have, other way around. The only thing that prison doesn't have that I need is Raising Cane's. You get a Raising Cane's in a federal prison, I'm going to start burning some buildings to the ground and doing 20 to life.
Go to completion.
Exactly. To the end of my life, Rosie. You get it?
Yeah. Wow.
God, how do I get Cane's to get a partnership with that Stillwater prison? That prison still there? Stillwater?
It's closing, right?
Yeah, they're closing it, I thought.
All right, so do we have a federal prison in the state of Minnesota?
Wow, that's a weird.
You got me, man.
Yeah. Well, I just want to scout, check on Zillow for possible future properties.
Sure.
Where am I going? What do they got? Again, why do
some interesting goals.
Why do prisons have Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they're human beings inside there.
That sounds kind of nice.
Yes.
Should a serial rapist get to watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Burn that guy.
Yeah, burn that guy.
Yes.
Man, we have one in Waseca, Federal Corrections Institution in Waseca, and then a federal prison camp in, hold on.
I don't want to go to camp.
Near Duluth.
Camp sounds terrible for you.
I don't want outdoor activities.
No.
I want streaming services and online poker for cigarettes, and I want a whole bunch of canes.
You want to go to
like cold and dark, which you also love.
I do. That prison better be 62 degrees, or that warden's going to hear from me. Turn the AC on, you prick. It's 70 degrees. How am I supposed to sleep?
You got a lot of demands for somebody in prison.
Well, that's why I'm there.
Yeah, you're going to be somebody's lover real quick.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, you and I have
He's an attractive young man. Yeah.
They got redheads in prison.
Yeah,
okay?
They got any kind you want in there. You can be anyone they want you to be, Corliss.
A lot of guys that look like Dante DiVincenzo, but just with tattoos head to toe.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You and I would not fare well there. I'd have no chance.
I wonder how you would do.
Horrible. I'm too easy to agree to anything. I'm scared of everything.
What if they told you, though? What if they told you in your cell you had MLB The Show?
Ooh.
Reconsidering.
And you could FaceTime with Louis every day, because you can do FaceTime in prison. You can do whatever you want.
No. 5.5 years ago, sure. Now, no way.
See, now you got something to live
hang
for.
Around. Yeah.
8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show. Won't get any better. Probably won't get any worse. This is probably where we're headed, but 1 hour to go. John, can you stick around? Look at you. You got no meetings this morning or what?
Yeah, no meetings. I got to be home by 9:30. That's it.
All right, more of the Power Trip after this on the Fan.
Add dry eye relief to your routine with Refresh Optive Mega 3, a lubricating eye drop with a moisture-rich, preservative-free formula, enhanced with inactive ingredients like flaxseed oil and antioxidants. This formula supports all 3 tear film layers and provides advanced hydration to instantly moisturize and soothe dry eyes. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed, so you can make it part of your wellness routine. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop section at all major retailers. FSA and HSA eligible.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Okay, have you heard about this? Last year, Degree changed the formula for their Cool Rush deodorant. Their fans rebelled and wanted the old scent back. And Degree, listen, that doesn't happen often.
They admitted that they effed up and are bringing the original Cool Rush scent back. And it's exactly how you remember it. Cool, crisp, and fresh. There's a reason it's the #1 men's antiperspirant, and it's back in Walmart, Target, and other stores for under $4.
So try it and see what the fuss is about. Head to your local stores to try the OG Cool Rush for yourself.
Want to feel more creative but don't have the right laptop? Lenovo.com can help. Look through our legendary lineup of AI-powered PCs and devices and find the one that fits your passion. Our PCs powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, as well as cutting-edge AI tools, allow students to focus, learn, and create with ease. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. Plus, college students and teachers can get 5% off their order. Shop now on Lenovo.com. The future's waiting, and it needs you.